Hi everybody, and now we're continuing on views. The second method of doing a view or changing the way it's shown is through representation. If you go to view representation, you should have a standard of all visible. Now this is the most basic one that you require. You can make changes to it by adding a row and setting this row up with a custom rule set. Now there are a couple to choose from, and you can make your own if these are not sufficient. So I'm going to start by saying that all parts that have the name of, let's choose from the model, Fastrap. So everything that's called Fastrap. Just going to copy this and use it as the name. Save that and close. So everything that is Fastrap should be 50% or 70% transparent, and modify. This will change them to transparent, and you can still see this solid steel below that. Now, this is fairly nice when working with stuff like the floors, Fastrap or grading panels, as you can still show them in position and be able to see through them to check your bracings and so forth. Now, this can also be used to find faults and problems. Now, normally you would change your marks to either a lowercase m or a p, and you would change your assembly marks and names to be correct. You'd also change your material grade to be S355JR as standard, or if your drawing requests something different, you'll change it to that. Now, currently I changed this one to be a capital M, but as you can see it's fairly hard to see, and normally I would have to run the entire set of drawings in order to find that one, whereupon I'd have to fix it and then rerun the drawings, and it's very time consuming. So what I'm going to do now is add another rule, and I'm going to call this check. My spelling is not that great. So, can ignore that bad spelling for now and just continue on to the rule set. Now, this is not a name anymore, it's still to do with the part. This time it'll be the prefix and equals. I'm going to say select from model, just to make sure that I've got the right position, and I'm going to say if it equals M. I'm going to add another row and say P as well. Now you've got here at the end an and or option. Change both to or so that it reads if the part prefix equals M, or if the part prefix equals P. And that's my rule. I'm going to save that as check, and I'm going to make it visible, but I'm going to change the color to black. Nice solid black. Part modification, I'll be able to tell immediately if I put something in or if a steel member is incorrect. It'll show up as black. That one shouldn't be deleted. And of course, as soon as you fix it, change it back, it changes back to whatever color you put in the class. Now, this is a great way for checking your work, or for automating the checking process rather, and not having to go afterwards and fix everything. Now that I've done that, I'm just going to remove this Fastrap row I want just the check and all. Please do remember the order of things. Check or fast swap or any other rule set you make always has to be at the top. All is the bottom because it's the most important rule, and order of importance is top to bottom. So if I put check at the top, it will look at everything and say, right, everything that says M or P is black, and then the rest is all visible. But if I put all at the top, it's going to say everything is by class visible, and it will ignore the other rules. Now, once I've done this, I'm going to save this standard rule set. The reason I'm saving this standard rule set is I would like to use it in all other new models. Now, as I do not know what it is, I'm just going to go and look for standard in my attributes because I know that's what I saved it as. There I will find it, and if I check the time, it is correct. So I'm going to take this standard representation file as well as these check files. This is the rule I made, and this is the standard file that says the rule has to be in. Then I'm going to copy these into my Tekla structures environments folder, 2016 environments South Africa, and I'll be copying these into the templates. If you're not sure, you could always go and just do a search dot rep, and I'll be looking for the standard dot rep. There we go. Right click on that and open location. As you can see, it was in system and not in template. So if you're not sure about where to find it, simply search it and go for the location. I will now copy the new standard.rep, replacing the old one as well as the new rule. This means that any new model I make or models that I open should automatically load up that rule set and show me my errors.